Howdy.
I know everyone loves talking shit, but the Sportster's off the lift. It was only there for some slight modifications and only cosmetic, okay? There's nothing actually wrong with the Sportster. Everyone's always asking, Shay, what's wrong with the Sportster? Nothing. There's always money in the Sportster.
There's always money in the banana stand.
Should have given the Greek Goblin a little more time to warm up on these cool October days. He is a cold-blooded beast. I am so excited to go see Jared Weems. I haven't seen him in so long. If you've been on me and Shadetree Surgeon's channel for a while now, you'll know Jared Weems is the whole reason we all know about Forgotten Angels. He's the one who started it all with his David Mann Triumph replica build. So amazing to see how many motorcycles, how many campouts, and how many people who have traveled across the country and across the world at this point. Our farthest traveler so far has been from Denmark. And it all started with Jared Weems and his Triumph build. And now we're here with this absolutely amazing Dyna that was donated by Mike from Gatorford. And we also have the beautiful Ghost Flame White FXR up for raffle currently. The winner of both motorcycles will be announced at the Forgotten Angels campout on Saturday. This Dyna might be one of the coolest builds to come across perhaps our garage. So you definitely don't want to miss your chance on this one. Tickets are only $25. And of course, all of the proceeds are going straight to Forgotten Angels. I'm just gonna slide in real quick. The man with all of the motorcycles, Jared Weems. What's up?
I like the amber lights up there.
Thank you. I just put them on yesterday.
Are they Dixie?
No, they're knockoffs. They're Amazon. Tell me about your build, Jared.
So,
Mr.
This is...
I'll say it like Josh. Weem.
No, it's not Weem. Come on, you guys know this. 1950 Triumph was originally owned by a gentleman by the name of Bob Young. He was part of the Galloping Goose MC, arrested with 2 Hells Angels for attempted murder, went to jail. While in jail, met Robert Kennedy, and Robert Kennedy inspired him to go to law school, took some law classes while in prison, and ended up becoming expunged of his charges. And after that, got out of jail and wanted to continue law school. The law school wouldn't let him in because he was an ex-felon, and he pleaded and begged and literally sat in the dean's office until they let him in. And they let him in, but they said he could not ride a motorcycle while he was in school, so for 3 years didn't ride a bike. And then passed law school and went to apply for the California bar. California bar declined him because he was an ex-felon. He sued the bar and ended up winning the case, became a lawyer, took on some high-profile cases, won all of them, and then he ended up petitioning to become a judge. Became the very first ex-felon judge in America, and this was the motorcycle he had when he was arrested. So full build series on it on my YouTube channel. A lot of crazy stuff happened with the bike. The bike was sabotaged by the club before the California Highway Patrol impounded it and then auctioned it off. It went to some guy and it sat in his storage unit for 30 years, never touched. And somebody got in touch with me, said, hey, would you be interested in this old Triumph? I said, heck yeah, let's do this. So built the bike and it's amazing, and Shay Lisi's gonna ride it right now.
Dude, so that's why it's called the Judge?
That's why it's called the Judge. That's what his
Holy shit!
was. And you get to ride the Judge's bike. A lot of cool stuff on that bike. A lot of period correct custom chopper parts that only guys did in the early 60s. So I kept it all original as to what he had. Kept all the patina, all the grime, all the crust. I just made everything on the inside brand new. And new tires.
Of course.
I like old tires too, though. So, you want to ride it?
Yeah, dude. This crusty machine.
Oh, yeah. Probably the best running motorcycle I've got.
Really?
Yeah. It runs amazing, definitely. I think I've put probably, since I've done it, at least probably 500 miles on it. So yeah, runs great. Chopper.
All right, let's get on this thing.
Heck on. And then this is the tickler. Remember we talked about tickling little British bikes? So you hold that down until you see gas come out.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was like 2 years ago, Garrett.
A long time ago, right? Got gas on my finger and I give it a little bit more. Boom. Nice and fun. Turn the ignition switch on, pull the kicker out, and then literally kick start it. You should be able to be good. I typically get on the bike.
Okay.
Just makes it easier.
I've never kick-started a bike while I was on it.
You stand up like that, and then get to where you can feel it, and then just go right there. Gonna be a little bit faster. A little bit faster. Come on, Jay. You got it.
Motorcycle I've ever ridden by far, and with such a cool history. Oh, it's so backwards. It's cool. This is hands down the coolest motorcycle I have ever ridden. It makes me wonder, in 50 years from now, what will be the stories that are told with our own motorcycles? Where will the Green Goblin be in 30 years? Will it sit in somebody's storage? Or burn out in flames? Or will it be rebuilt by someone like Jared Weems 50 years later? Jared Weems is an absolute saint for rebuilding this motorcycle and keeping the looks as is. Jared Weems is a pretty cool guy, so if you're not following him, make sure you go head over to his YouTube channel because he does some really amazing historic builds. This also makes me so excited for my own chopper build. And where will that bike be in 30 years from now? Or 50 years from now? I'm just thankful I get to know someone like Jared Weems, who lets me ride his super cool old motorcycles. Oh, I love how it sounds too. I really like bike. I like bike. It goes to show you, it doesn't matter how new a bike is or how old a bike is, how modified it is, or if it's stock. I just like bike. That's how you turn it off? That's so cool.
Old engineering. That's it.
I like that.
I like it too.
This is a really cool bike.
It fits you perfectly. Like, seeing you pulling up in it, it's like, yeah.
Is that kickstand?
It's little tab. You see it by the exhaust right there?
It?
Yep. Ready to go. Let's do a chopper lean. There you go.
The man, the myth, the legend, Jared Weems with an S. Welcome to Jared Weems' garage. But I guess it's Weems Motor Co. garage, right?
That's it. We're at Weems Motor Co., the company of motors by the name of Weems.
You make motors?
I rebuild engines.
Does that count as...
I've done a lot of modifications. You see my Born Free bike, you pretty much, I made that engine. So I just used a bunch of different parts to make one thing. So that's what I do.
You've only built vintage bikes at this point, I feel like.
I only want to build vintage bikes at this point. There's plenty of people out there, if you have a new motorcycle and you want your work done on your bike, there's plenty of people that can do that. I just focus on like 1954 BSA, That's a 1979 Triumph in a 1963 frame. You rode the 1950 Triumph.
This is just a frame. What is this?
That is a 1936 Royal Enfield frame that I'm building for the Sons of Speed Racing. So taking the 36 Royal Enfield frame, putting a 1942 BSA front end on it, and over on the bench over there is a 1929 JAP engine. So that engine is made by a gentleman named John Albert Pritchwitz. He built race engines from the 1920s through the 1950s. So we're going to take and adapt that engine into that frame and that front end, and we're using just a bunch of British parts, Norton tank, Triumph wheels, and we're going to race it with no brakes and no gearbox. So that's the plan.
When is that?
Well, they race in Daytona twice a year. They race during Bike Week and then at Biketoberfest. So the plan is maybe have it ready for Bike Week. A lot of fabrication. They don't make parts for motorcycles from the 20s anymore. So we'll see how long it takes to get it all together. But
Yeah, so you'll just have to make everything by hand instead of sourcing parts.
Absolutely. Yeah, all by hand. Look at this guy. What do you think about that?
That's fun.
Right?
That's fun. It's like a go-kart.
Yeah, it's really light.
Yeah, it is.
It's got a lot of power.
Yeah, it does have a lot of power. I mean,
Like,
I don't
actually-
go too fast in your neighborhood.
It's fun, especially hitting those speed bumps. You want to ramp them. It's kind of
I went between them in the gutter.
Yeah, well, good luck on your race. Go follow Jared Weems Motor Co. on YouTube and Instagram.
That thing falls.
AJ.
You look so good. You look good.
Okay, it's nice weather outside.
Today, we are getting ready for the camp out and saying goodbye to Uncle Bo Gator. I feel so cool on this motorcycle. There is so much to do before the camp out, but of course you have to make time to spend with your friends and go ride your motorcycles, especially since we have less than a week with this FXR left. I'm so excited for everybody who's coming out of state and traveling to Florida to experience our wonderful, perfect October weather that we've been having, which is why we always have our campouts in October and March. It's because it's pretty much the only time in Florida that you're not so weltering. I recognize that motorcycle, but where's everybody else?
Where do you live again? Low Gator Land? The Land.
Finally, we're out of traffic and driving out of Tampa, and I can open up the throttle on this FXR. Feels so good. I really, really like this FXR, but without pullback risers, it's really hurting my shoulders. I wonder if someone will switch with me on the way home. I actually met Mike Branch for the very first time at the Forgotten Angels campout, and we have stayed lifelong friends ever since. I have made so many friends all across the country and world who come to the campout. Everyone in this group ride comes to the campout every year. Due to the sheer size of the campout, I think this might be the last year that we'll be able to host it for free. Yeah, dude, I can back in an FXR. Look at that. I'm a biker.
Why you bring a Yamaha? I used to own it. Adorable, dude. Devin, why do you have a boner, dude?
First one to get a boner wins.
Mine's not just on you. I always brought mine.
Go down, come on.
You got boners. I think I did feel your joke on me.
Yeah, touch your toe. You can scratch my feet.
Goodbye forever. Today we're getting the raffle bikes ready for the Forgotten Angels campout. We have about 5 motorcycles we need to drive over there, so we're about to play some musical motorcycles. We're Harleys! With the Forgotten Angels campout coming up just around the corner, one more day to go. It's our last day riding the FXR and the Dyna White Lightning and Black Hammer. I've had so much fun with this motorcycle, and whoever wins it is gonna feel the same way. I just know it. So if you are watching this video before Saturday, October the 28th, that means you still have time to put your name into the raffle for these two motorcycles. Of course, tickets are only $25, and all of the money goes straight to support Forgotten Angels, a charity that helps benefit young men who are based out of foster care. We are going to be announcing these two motorcycles live at the camp out. Josh is going to go live on YouTube, and I will go live on Instagram. So if you're not able to make it to the camp out, you still get to see who wins these motorcycles. The link is in the description down below, and the grand prize is $250,000. With that raffle ending December the 24th. Right now, your chances to win these motorcycles and the grand prize of $250,000, it is so much better than the odds of a scratch-off ticket. Only about 9,000 people have entered this raffle. I'm sad to think this is my last ride on the FXR, but happy to note that my last is someone else's first, which I guess is nice when it applies to motorcycles and less nice when it applies to your ex. And we're here at Forgotten Angels. Welcome home.
Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. There's just a few days left to buy your raffle tickets for the FXR and the Dyna. I really think these are the coolest motorcycles that have ever been raffled on this channel, besides Jared's motorcycle and the custom Brapstar motorcycle. But besides that, we are going to be pulling the winners this Saturday at Forgotten Angels live on YouTube and on Instagram at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, bye-bye.
We're Harleys!